Hello, and welcome to the What Happened podcast for April 1st, 2018. I'm your host, Tyler Callahan, and this week we got two articles in tech, along with what have I been playing in video games. So first off, Snapchat adds group video chat. Snapchat this week announced some new features to the app, the main one being group video chat. This feature seems to be really supported, with up to 16 people allowed into a group call, and there is an audio-only option if you don't want to use the camera, and filters are also supported. Another feature that was announced was being mentioned in your Snapchat stories, kind of like if you're mentioned on Twitter. You mention someone in your story, and they are notified of it. Also, when people view your story, they can click on the mention and follow the person. My take on this is that while this has probably been in the works for months now, and Snapchat needs it as needs to increase the use on the app to keep the company going, they released it at a perfect time, considering the controversy Facebook has been going through recently with the Cambridge Analytica scandal. Why not release a big feature like group chat and have mentions like Twitter? Because now for a lot of people, they can be saying, hey look, you're not happy with Facebook, you want to delete your Facebook? That's fine. If you don't have Snapchat, come over here. We have messaging, photos, now group chat. And if you already use Snapchat, just come over here more often. If users start to stay on Snapchat more and they keep improving the app, then they might start taking a bite out of Facebook. Now, it wouldn't be a big bite, obviously, with almost 2 billion users, but if they can cause a little dent, that would help Snapchat a lot more, especially to keep the company going. The next story is Google is possibly considering a mid-range Pixel phone. The Economic Times is reporting that Google might be making a mid-range Pixel phone to be announced and released this summer. This would also be in addition to the Pixel 3 still being released sometime in the fall. The Economic Times is saying that the higher-up Google executives have had meetings about this phone and the overall push for Google into India by releasing Google Home and the Pixelbook in the US, UK, and Malaysia in the past month. And just to be clear on that, that was the meetings they've had were in the US, UK, and Malaysia. A lot of the products are already out there, it's just releasing those products in India. The time was also not clear whether the phone would come out this summer. Would it be exclusive to India, or would it be released worldwide? Because there are quite a few phones now, the lower cost ones, that are being released more in India or China and not being released in America or Europe. If this phone was real, would it be coming over here or would it just stay over there? I personally hope that not only is this phone true, but it is released everywhere. If Google is serious about the Pixel line, they need to open it up a bit, and this would be a good step toward that. Here in the US, the Pixel is more or less locked to Verizon, and if you want it on a different carrier, you need to pay for it in full price from Google to get the unlocked version. Also, the current phones in the current lineup, the Pixel 2 and the Pixel 2 XL, are not cheap, starting at $649 and $849 respectively. Releasing a mid-range Pixel phone would be a great way to expand the brand not only in India and America, but across many other countries as well. There's probably a good amount of people who have thought about trying to try out the Pixel phone and switch over, but the price has put them off. Releasing a good mid-range Pixel phone for, say, $400 or $500 would be a great price to get people to jump over. So before I finish up, I just want to talk about some games I've been playing. The main game I've been playing is Far Cry 5. Recently just came out a couple weeks ago. If you don't know what it is, it's an open world game where you take on the role of a rookie cop trying to stop this crazy cult from taking over a county in Montana. That may seem weird to you, but for the most part, the franchise has been weird for a while now. Overall, I am enjoying the game. Having played 3 and 4, this one is a bit different in how you tackle missions and how you explore. There's no mini-map. You kind of just find things yourselves. And for the most part, it's great. You can skydive, ride helicopters. And hey, there's not many games out there that allow you to be killed by wild turkey. So that's about it for this episode of the podcast. Thank you for listening, and see you later.